Good afternoon, seventh graders. Tonight's lesson is actually going to be on two different things. We're going to talk about factors and multiples, and then we're going to take that lesson right on into prime numbers, primes and composites. Oh, so awesome. Alrighty, so before we begin, let's do some defining really quickly. Alright, so the big question is, what is the difference between a factor and a multiple? Now, most of you should know this, but let's just pretend that somehow you have been hit by the forgetness lightning bolt and you have forgotten all things. Alrighty, so a factor. Factors are two numbers that are multiplied together to create another number, a very specific number, okay? So in the case of 9, we would be looking for two numbers that multiply together to create 9. In the case of our example of 21, we would be looking for two numbers that multiply together to create 21. Alrighty, now, however, a multiple is different than a factor. Alright, have you ever been asked to count by twos or count by threes or count by whatevers? In that case, you are dealing with some multiples. Alrighty, so multiples, for example, would be counting by, and this is my own definition, counting by a specific number. Example would be, as I said, count by twos, okay? So if I were to count by twos, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all of those are multiples, okay? Now, let's go ahead, let me get this out of the way, and let's do some of this. Let's see, bigger eraser than that. There we go, that's better. Alrighty. So let's begin first by doing the factors of 9. Alright, so let's start with the factors of 9. So what numbers multiply together to make 9? Well, we start off with the basics, which is the 1 times table, okay? So we say 1 times 9 is 9. Alright, we know that 2 times nothing gives us 9. But we know that 3 times 3 can give us 9. Anything else? Any 4s? Any 5s? 6? 7s, 8s, nothing else. So those are the only factors of 9. So of course, I could list these out in a line. And what I would write is I would say, okay, well, the factors of 9 are, let's do a different color, 1, 3, and 9. Okay, the factors of 9 are 1, 3, and 9. And of course, notice I only wrote the 3 once, even though it appears twice. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and do the multiples of 9. All right, multiples of 9. So remember, we're just simply counting by 9. So we know that 9 times 1 is 9. We know 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4, what's 9 times 4? Exactly, 36. All right, so you can continue on in that fashion. All righty, that's pretty simple. Now, let's do number 21. Alrighty, let's do the factors of 21. So what are the factors of 21? Well, we know that 1 times 21 is a factor. There's no 2's, but we have a 3. 3 times 7. Okay, and there are no other factors. So our factors of 21 are 1, 3, 7, and 21. All right, let's try factorization with this lovely guy, the 100. All right, so we know that 1 times 100, right, gives us 100. Okay, we know that 2 times 50 gives us, oh, too bad, I wrote 500. Let's fix that. 2 times 50. All righty. 2 times 50, there we go. There's no 3's, but there's a 4. There's a 4 times what? 4 times 25. That's easy to remember because I think of quarters. 4 quarters equal $1. Well, 4 25s equals 100. Alrighty, and then of course we have 5. 5 times what? Right. 5 times. So we have 5 times 20. Okay. And then we have 6. Oops, excuse me, I don't know what I'm talking about. There's no 6 in 100. All right, so we can stop at 5 and 20. I believe we have all of them. So let's list them out. Make sure we didn't leave any out. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 20. Okay, 20, 25, 50, and 100. All right, did we get them all? Did we get them all? I believe so. Yep, we got them all. So those are the factors of 100. All right, now you try this one on your own. Okay, go ahead, pause the video and factor those out. All righty. All right, so the factors of 60 are 1 times 60, 2 times 30. All righty, of course we have 3 times what? 3 times 20. Do we have any 4s? Yes, we do. We have 4 times 15. And then we have 5 times 12. All right, and that's all the answers, or all the factors, I should say. Oh, I think I skipped one. What did I skip? I did 6 times 10. Almost left that one out. All right, so now, just as we did before, we're going to go ahead and list all of these factors in order. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, and 60. Those are all the factors. And of course, remember, if we were doing multiples, this is the easiest count by multiples. So if I were to tell you to count by the multiples of 100, you would do 100, right? Then you would say 100 times 2, which would give you 200, 300, and you would just continue on and on and on. All right, so now let's talk about, really quickly, let's talk about our gorgeous, our beautiful, wonderful prime numbers. Prime numbers used to give me major grief, and then all of a sudden it made sense, and I wondered, why did I have a problem in the first place? Alrighty, so now prime numbers. A prime number can be defined as, alright, so let's put that prime, okay. A prime number can be defined as a number that has a factor of 1 and itself. Alrighty, and really I need to say that a prime number is a number that has, or that only has a factor of 1 and itself. So let me give you some examples. So if I have the number 3, what are the factors of 3? Well, 1 times 3. Are there any other factors? No, so that guy would be prime. Alright, he is prime. So what if I had the number, let's do 7. Well, the number 7, the factors of 7 are 1 times 7, and that's it. So this guy is prime. Now, this one right here, what about 12? What are the factors of 12? Well, we have 1 times 12. Then we have 2 times 6. And then we have 3 times 4. Well, guess what? He has more factors than just 1 and himself. So this guy is not prime. This would actually be considered composite. Composite. Alrighty, and I like to think of the word composite, right? Composite. I think of it as the word, let me write it down here. I think of it as the word composed. Alright, composed. And I think of the word composed of. So if I say that this is composed of certain things, that means that it's made up of different things. So in this case, composite means it's made up of several factors. Prime means it only has 1 and itself as a factor. Alrighty, so when you get to class tomorrow, We will go over this and work out some problems using prime numbers as well as factors and multiples. It should be a fairly easy day, and I think you will like it. Alrighty, I will see you tomorrow.